Good morning, Paradise Crew. We're in Juneau today. And it's cold. How are you doing?
It's a little chilly, but the views, they look really, really good, especially straight ahead. So. Yes,
so it is 9 o'clock, guys, and we've been in port since 6 a.m. And unfortunately, we're leaving at 1:30 today. So we haven't gotten off the ship yet because it's early and we don't have any plans. Real plans, I mean like set plans. We don't have an excursion, we don't have anything. So we are about to get off though. This morning it was so foggy and like it just kind of looked gross. But look at it now. Look how pretty that is.
I want to fly the drone straight through that gorge there. The valley.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, just like that's the music in my head.
He does that a lot. So hopefully we will be able to do that. It does say that it's supposed to rain there's like a 50 or 60% chance most of the day. So unfortunately it could rain, but we're holding out because we're only here until, like I said, 1:30. We are planning on riding the tram. I don't know, well you can't see it because there's no car right now, but essentially it's right, it's right up there. So I'll see if I can catch it in a little bit, but
dang. Oh,
here comes one now. But it goes up and down the mountain. We're going to buy our tickets at the ticket counter. I believe they're like $20–25 a person for an all-day pass. It's like a 5-minute ride up and 5-minute ride back. And then there's like hiking trails and stuff up there. So we're gonna try to do that, and then maybe go to a microbrewery or a brewery because there's a lot right here in the area for lunch. Oh, look. Can you see that? Can we see that? If you look really closely at the screen, you might be able to see cars that are passing, but we're gonna try to do that. Also, the last time we were here in Juneau, we were docked at a different location. So you could literally walk right off the ship and you were right in town. This, it looks like we might have to take a shuttle because I don't really see a path to walk into town. So we'll obviously keep you posted, but I was not expecting to dock here. We'll see what it's like. But yeah, it just kind of empties into a parking lot instead of into the port, so. Okay, so we just got off the ship. We walked up this really steep hill. And here's the sign. So if you have a tour, you go to the right, there is a shuttle, or you could walk, that's approximately a mile. Are we taking a shuttle or are we walking?
I would like a shuttle today.
We're gonna shuttle. There's also restrooms right here in case you didn't make it to the top of the ramp without having to pee. But yeah, we were absolutely docked. At least a mile closer. So the shuttle drops you right here, which is Dock C, right next to the tram. So super convenient for us because that's exactly where we're going. Like I said, it is like a mile walk back into town, or back to town, back from town. I don't know, I'm still tired. If you want to walk, you can. Don't necessarily recommend it because the shuttle is free. Okay, so we're going to see what the shuttle or what the tram looks like time-wise and cost-wise. And then I guess we're gonna go up. This is kind of nice. You can scan the QR code and purchase your tickets online, or you could go over to the ticket counter. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so there's the daily ticket and then the down ticket. So apparently there's a way to get up without taking the tram, and then you just take the tram back down. But I want to take the tram up and back down because I'm not walking up that. Let's see what that looks like. All right, that was super easy. I just bought the tickets online. They came straight to my email with QR codes, and now I just show her the QR codes and we can go. That was super easy. They gave us a cute little, you can't see it, a little tram stamp. A tram stamp on my wrist. It's like a little tattoo. There we go. That was crazy. It started off like real easy, and then we started getting super high. And then we started like to connect, and we slowed down. I didn't think we were gonna make it. Of course they knew that we were gonna make it, but I've never experienced this before. I didn't know that. So we are now right at the top. There is a restaurant up here. There's also, like I said, hiking trails. I think there's like a little museum. I don't really know. That's just what I saw online. Also, you can look at it ahead of time. We'll link it in the description box below, just in case you're interested. But this is pretty neat. Oh, I think I mentioned it was $25 per person. I know that I said it was between $20 and $25, but $25 per person. Pretty good deal considering it's transportation up a very large mountain. So here's a sign that helps you, or I guess diagram, that helps you determine how big you would look next to an Alaskan bear. Okay, so let's go through. We got the teddy bear. Look how cute that is. Cute little teddy bear. Okay, we got the glacier bear.
Okay, baby.
Pretty much the same height. Okay.
You can take a glacier bear.
Right, okay, so black bear. I mean, like, maybe be able to, like, take it. Probably not. The brown bear, though.
That's a wrap.
I'm running for my life. Kodiak bear. I have no idea what I'd do if I saw a Kodiak bear. But here's the kicker. The polar bear. Ready?
9 feet tall.
I'm a dead person if I find a polar bear here. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. So this is the building that you come out of from the tram, and then right over this direction is the nature center. You can get trail maps and information about all of the wildlife, I imagine, up here, and the different trails you can take. I heard the trail maps are $1, so if you're interested in that, you can come buy a map. I think we're just gonna walk around a little bit. It is starting to rain again, so I don't know how far we'll go, but I'd like to just walk in the wilderness, be one with nature for a little bit. Wasn't this neat? There's a carving in the tree. That's pretty cool. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? I'm going to once again discuss the importance of proper shoes in Alaska. These shoes are actually okay. It's just they will get wet and kind of soggy, but I highly recommend buying some sort of trail shoe or waterproof trail boot. Walking, running, whatever you prefer. I really thought that here's the thing, we live in Florida, right? So we don't do this stuff often, so it's hard to justify buying a pair. But I should have done it, and then it would just made it an excuse to actually do this stuff more often. And of course, we'll probably come back to Alaska soon-ish, next year, the year after, I don't know. And I will for sure buy shoes for that. Just a little tip for you. You can get by. I just would recommend, if you want to be super comfortable, to do something like that. Gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, well, we got to this point, which we'll see in a second. I'll go explore these little totem poles. Really cool. There is a trail to town. Okay, so I'm gonna just walk down this part so you can read the sign with me. It says trail to town, 2.5 miles to Basin Road, steep, muddy, slippery trail with unmarked hazards, should not be attempted without hiking boots, water, and plenty of time. Well, we have water and plenty of time because it's only 10 o'clock. But what we don't have are hiking boots, as I just mentioned. So if you want to do this trail, highly recommend hiking boots. I also believe you can then hike up, which is why there's a sign at the top of the tram that it's $10 to ride down. So if you hike up, ride the tram down, it is cheaper, it's more of an adventure, and maybe we'll do that next time we come because that sounds really neat. I love hiking and being in the trails. So there's an option for you in Juneau. And once you get to this point, there's like little totem poles up here. This is really neat. Also, there are people walking over there, so I think there's another trail that direction. Super cool. I don't know what what's going on here. He's holding something upside down. That's kind of weird. I don't want to know, actually, what's going on here. Looks like some sort of animal holding a... I don't know. Let's go over here. Let's go to this one.
Oh, that one's nice.
Well, it's also kind of weird, but I guess all the totem poles are weird.
Don't say that because they have some type of meaning.
No, I know, but they just look odd.
Oh.
But yes. Yes, they all do have some type of meaning. I guess I'll have to look up what these meanings are.
Did you see you the other day?
But that one was kind of weird. This one's like in a tree, so kind of like the first one. That's really neat. We're going on a hike up a big mountain in Alaska. None of this rhymes, but I'm having a good time. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on this camera.
That's what I was going to say. It's hard to see.
There's a cross up there. Right
The mountains of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's getting... Well, it's raining soon.
Keep your ears protected.
We are in the rainforest.
We are in the rainforest. That's kind of mind-blowing to me. They said that as we were ascending, that we are now in the rainforest. And apparently yesterday we were also in a rainforest.
There's rainforest all over.
We are. In Alaska. I didn't realize there were rainforests in Alaska.
Did you see that tree? How the snow does that? Those branches down there.
Oh yeah, I didn't film it. I'll film it on the way down. Essentially the tree is like sideways. And it says not to sit on it because that means you're killing the tree. And they want to keep it around. It's like 450 years old or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to read the sign. I probably just made that up. Oh, I got it right. I read a fact and I remembered it. Guys, this is a big day for me. Can take a selfie. Woo, there we are. Actually, so there we were. And now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah, started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. This is cool. This picnic table was clearly destroyed by a bear. Probably Yogi and Boo Boo. They came to eat their lunch and they were not satisfied, so they slammed on the table and destroyed it. So if you get to selfie spot number 9 and your table is destroyed, you can blame Yogi and Boo Boo. One other note, I've noticed my mother taking pictures of these little QR codes. So there are numbers. Oh, there are numbers, and this is stop 17. It's an audio tour. So come do, essentially, I mean, you gotta get up the hill, but I guess if you hike up the hill, it's essentially free. Oh, you have to download an app, I guess. I mean, maybe, but it's still a very neat concept. So if that's something that you're into, you like audio tours, you can do that as you hike up here in the mountains of Juneau. Guys, what is that in the tree? Oh, it's looking at me!
Oh, it's cute, whatever it is. I don't know if I can see it.
Oh, maybe. Look at that. We saw wildlife, guys. Oh, he's so cute.
Hey, remember, it's not Disney.
Oh, but look at him. He's so cute. As long as he doesn't fly at my face.
I can't see.
So just as Colin was going to throw up the drone, because we found like a really cool spot, the fog came in and we can't see the ship. We can't see anything. The cross up there, can't see it. So it would have been completely pointless to fly. But if he had taken off about 5 minutes sooner, we could have seen everything.
And I would have lost the drone.
Well, yeah, probably on the way back. Because it was so quick. Like, we're like, okay. He takes his drone out. He goes, what the heck? So maybe it'll clear up by the time we get to the bottom and he can find somewhere to fly it. But that's wild how quick that rolls in. So we're just going to head back. It's 10:50 right now. We're going to head back down to the bottom of the hill. and see what we can find down there. Once again, highly recommend doing something like this if you don't plan on going to the glacier or go whale watching or do a salmon bake. Like if you want to stay kind of close to the ship, or you don't have a lot of time like we do today. It's a very short and early day, and a lot of tours that we were looking at doing like independently weren't operating during the hours that we needed them to. So that's why we're doing this instead. It was kind of nice. It also started to rain again, so. This was the tree I was talking about. Mountain hemlock is roughly 450 years old. We'd like it to live another 450 years. So it is, it's really neat looking because it's sideways, but don't sit on it. Just take a picture. Here we go back down. Yeah, it's a good thing we took pictures on the way up and recorded on the way up because you can't see nothing now. Maybe it'll be different when we get towards the bottom. Yeah. Or maybe not.
Between 1881 and 1922.
Get through there.
Today, Sandy Beach. In the 1910s, the Treadwell line was one of the most technologically advanced lines, with its tunnels reaching the astonishing depths of 2,400 feet below the surface and well below the sea level of the Gastineau Channel, with its amazing ability to keep its tunnels dry below sea level. It is reported that before the Treadwell mining operations were shut down in 1912.
What a lovely experience. Now we're gonna do some shopping and maybe some beer drinking because everything's finally opening. Just in time for us to leave. We are here at Devil's Club Brewing Company in Juneau. We decided to get a flight. It's $8 for 3 4-ounce pours. We got something called, I'm gonna have to read off the menu over here, barrel-aged slack tie. It is bourbon barrel-aged Belgian quad. Sounded good. Pink Elephant on Parade, which is a Belgian golden strong, I think it says. And then a North Chuglas, which is a Hefeweizen. So some of them a little different for us. There are plenty of options to choose from. We chose these 3, and like I said, $8 for these 4-ounce pours. Pretty nice price. And that is very delicious.
You like it?
Yes, I do. That is the slack tide, barrel aged. I figured I'd like that one. Bourbon.
You can smell it.
I know.
Yeah, that's good. I love that.
Yep.
I love that a lot.
Okay, let me try this one and then you can try it.
It's kind of fruity too.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Jammy.
This one's the pink elephant on Parade.
That's fantastic too. Nice, refreshing finish.
And the North Chuglas, which is the Hefeweizen, which isn't bad.
The lighter of all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's obviously the lighter of them. It is very good, but after, we probably should have gone the opposite direction, but I typically like the darker beer anyway, so I went that way first. But we'll drink them in that order. Very great options here in Alaska. And sadly, it's now time to walk back to the ship. But, guys, today, after we leave Juneau, we are going to experience the Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier, which is a very, very neat experience. So if you've never taken a cruise to Alaska, I highly recommend it, mainly to see all of the cool glaciers. So we're gonna just chill out. I don't know where we're gonna chill out. Maybe the observation lounge, maybe our balcony, because we have one of those. And we're gonna look at the glaciers and maybe see some wildlife.
They're dirty now.
Also, according to this random local, apparently if you wear white tennis shoes, you're gonna get eaten by a bear. because bears like white tennis shoes. So I'm not sure how accurate that is.
And you're a tourist.
And you're a tourist. So apparently people in Alaska don't wear white tennis shoes.
Guess what?
I feel like that lady was just blowing smoke up our butts.
I got crayons that doesn't matter.
Oh look, mommy's safe.
You were gonna say you had a gray butt.
Mommy's safe from the bears because she has gray tennis shoes on. Anyhow, that was quite entertaining. Okay, so Norwegian actually, fun fact, Norwegian has a partnership with the airport here in Seattle. I'm not sure if it's any other airport, but it's something called Port Valet, and they will take your bags from the cruise ship and take them to the airport, so you don't have to worry about them. So that's great. On Friday night, we'll put out our bags, and then they charge your card here at the stateroom the amount of the bag. So instead of buying the baggage at the airport, you can buy the bags here online, or not online, on the ship. And then if you have an overweight bag, you don't have to pay for it. So that's a fun tip. So you have to fill out this form, and you have to send it in by Wednesday at 6 p.m. here, and it is Wednesday at 1:17 p.m. So we are turning this in. I wanted to let you know that's a very convenient tip. It does depend on when your flight is, so you have to qualify essentially for the flight in order to do this. But our flight is at 1:37 p.m. in Seattle, and so we are good to go. So I'm turning this in, and hopefully all goes well. All right, so I'm going to give you another pro tip, and I feel like I'm qualified to give this pro tip. It is 1:34. All aboard time was 1 o'clock. Obviously, it's lunchtime. We decided to come eat because we were hungry. Don't eat at the buffet right after everyone has to get on the ship, especially if it's around lunchtime, because everyone that is on the ship is practically eating right now. There's an announcement. Cool. I think these people are missing. They might not be on the ship.
My guess too.
They're calling them to guest services. Anyhow, but we came to the buffet anyway, and I'm glad we did, because look at this food. I got a lovely variety of food. I got some couscous, some grilled vegetables, some pita bread with tzatziki sauce, grilled chicken, some Munster cheese, noodles, kung pao chicken, and this adorable little flatbread with arugula and some kind of cheese. So, the food is worth it, but I would say either come at a different time or try something else for lunch, like the local. I didn't think about that until after we were already here. But we had trouble finding a seat. That's my point. We decided to come back to our cabin because we got that balcony. And we are approaching the Endicott Arm and Dawes Glacier. And typically, any other day of the week, we would be up in the observation lounge, but that's where everybody else is. So this is a nice little benefit of having a balcony, because look at these views. Oh yeah. You can see there's little ice chunks floating in the water. Little icebergs. And it's gonna get real cool in a minute. Not that this isn't cool, but it's gonna get even cooler. And colder. Because that's just how it works.
So we're either sending Daddy or Cullen up to the observation deck for refreshments. They have scones.
They do.
We
could also do room service.
Never thought of that.
Also, speaking of room service, let me just show you this. Now, don't mind our little mess. We did buy some Alaskan fudge the other day. But there's a coffee and tea maker right here. So they did supply with just regular tea, basic tea, and regular and decaf coffee. So that's kind of nice. Not every cruise ship stateroom has that. So technically, you can just make it right here and sit out on the balcony. So we got to the glacier over here, and I forgot to tell you all about it. First of all, we're actually not at the glacier. I mean, we're at the glacier. The glacier's on the other side. We've been stopped And I mean, this view is lovely, but stopped so the other side can see the glacier, and then he's gonna spin us around and then we get to see the glacier. But we've been stopped for so long, it's almost 7 o'clock, so we're gonna jump in the shower, and hopefully by the time we're out of the shower, we can see the glacier. Also, there's an excursion that you can do this whole area on one of these little explorer ships, and then you come and you meet your ship. So that's kind of cool. We're also waiting for them to get off of their thing, so I guess we'll see you when we've turned around.
They said good love isn't easy to find, but I saw it shining in your diamond.
Well, remember what I said about the captain turning the ship around so we could see it? Well, he decided apparently that we didn't need to see it because he just started leaving. So we don't get to see the glacier today because we were waiting in our room because the captain said that he was going to turn the ship around, and I guess he just didn't want to do that. So that's kind of a big bummer. At this point, there's nowhere to see it in the back, so I mean, we can try to get up on deck and look at it, but I just don't see that being a thing because we've already sailed away. So thank you, Captain whoever's on the ship, for ruining my Alaska cruise. All right, so I've calmed down a little bit. We are eating dinner at Savor tonight, which is the last main dining room here on the ship that we haven't done yet. It's on the other side of Taste, so Taste and then Savor. Manhattan room is on deck 7, I think. I digress. So we originally had reservations for the French restaurant tonight. We changed them because of the Glacier viewing at 6:30, and we still didn't get to see the Glacier. So we could have kept our reservations.
That's right.
Once again, I'm getting a little more angry as we're sailing completely away very quickly, even though we called guest services and she said that we were turning around.
Failure right in front of us. Just keep going. I don't know. There's still hope. They can still turn around and we can go.
They could
check out the glacier when it's pitch black because the sun is definitely going down. So.
What a bummer. Anyhow, okay. I promise I'm done this time. The menu looks very yummy tonight in the main dining room. I'm very interested in the stuffed mushroom caps for the appetizer. I'm also interested in, there's this white fish, what is it, Pacific?
Hake.
Hake. I'm glad you said that because I was going to say hockey filet with spinach mashed potatoes. That sounds really good. But there's also potato gnocchi, and you know, guys, I love gnocchi.
I love a good gnocchi.
It's in pesto cream sauce with sun-dried tomatoes and pine nuts. So that also sounds very good.
You say gnocchi like
gnocchi?
Like gnocchi, or do you say gnocchi like hockey?
No, it's not gnocchi. No. And we are getting a bottle of Chardonnay because that goes really well with all of those things. What are you gonna get?
I was thinking about getting the stuffed mushroom caps.
Okay.
The dill and lime shrimp.
That sounds good.
The beef short ribs.
That also sounds very good.
The shrimp and grits.
Oh my goodness.
I want to taste it all. I might have to split with Alyssa.
We can do that. Oh, there's also Chinese style barbecue pork, and I saw someone else order it. It looks really good.
Oh, you saw it? What did it look like?
Well, it was right behind Daddy, but it's like this big pile of jasmine rice with stir-fried cabbage, and it just looked really good. So who knows what we end up ordering?
The Asian food on this place, this ship, is amazing.
Everything.
It reminds me of like Pei Wei or P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's.
But
yeah,
the flavor is very
good. The Kung Pao chicken's so good. So, and the General So. Like, I can't wait to see what's up there tomorrow. I've been eating like Chinese almost every single day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you.
All right, so these are the stuffed mushrooms. There are 3 here on the plate. Mommy also got stuffed mushrooms. Daddy got Caesar salad. Surprise, surprise. And what's that?
This is the key lime, not the key lime, but the lime and dill shrimp.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's like ceviche or tartare or something. I'll eat this mushroom. Ooh.
Oh, we don't think it's I mean,
That was a very good mushroom.
I can tell it. I can
don't exactly remember what it was stuffed with. Definitely taste some Parmesan in there, but it's yummy. Probably spinach. That's what they're often stuffed with. It's very yummy.
Would you like some ketchup for your French fries?
Oh, yeah, please.
Alright, so this is my white fish with spinach mashed potatoes. That looks really good. Here is the gnocchi with pesto and sun-dried tomatoes. Helen got the Cajun
Bacon wrapped shrimp and grits.
bacon wrapped shrimp and grits. That looks good too. What did you get over there?
The herb Preston rotisserie chicken.
Oh, that actually looks very good. Take a look at that. And then Daddy got the steak and french fries, which also looks very good.
It's light, subtle. It's not like too salty, but it's also a little bit sweet. And it's fluffy.
Fluffy.
Yeah. Give it a taste. It's a little more tender, right?
It's fluffy. And the grits are very lovely. You tried the shrimp?
Good thing.
It is very good. It's not spicy. She said it was going to be spicy. It's not. But I'm going to dive into this gnocchi here. Because look at that. There we go. It's very good.
That's the hake.
Also kind of subtle. No, I tasted the gnocchi version.
So that's the hake.
Yes. So I went a little unusual tonight. And instead of ordering all of the chocolate things, which looked delicious, since we had Chardonnay, I decided to go with the apple crumble. Apple crumble? Apple cobbler. Don't know. One or the other. And it has fig, and I love fig. So that looks really
thank
good.
you.
Enjoy your dessert. Thank you.
That was very good. Mommy got some sherbet.
I went plain tonight.
There's a raspberry sherbet. Looks good. That
I got flan.
is flan. It was called
Cream caramel.
creme caramel,
I've had that.
which is good. And Daddy got the black forest cake, which also looks very good.
Yes, it is.
Which I probably should have got in the long run, but you know, I didn't need any more chocolate. I wanted to do something different. So let's try this apple something.
That would have been really awesome.
Oh,
Good.
very apple and crumbly.
I can't get in there.
It's not warm, like warm now, so I don't know if it's supposed to be, but it still tastes very good.